Yeah, it's a modern question because in Plato's parable of the cave, basically once the person gets out, the way it's written and the way we read it, it's sort of like, it's done, and then of course you're going to go back into the cave, right? It really doesn't problematize that, but I think it is a question for us, right? When we become educated, when we become so advanced that we're all Socratic philosophers, um, is it is it a natural move to say I am now educated, so I should go back and educate others, or I should help others, right? For Socrates, it's definitely a moral imperative. It's like, of course you do it, but so we problematize by saying, well, should I stay or should I go? Very, matrix-like, very modern, right? Um, and we see here what Catherine's saying. So the person goes back, right? And then pities the people when he goes back because he has experienced freedom and bliss and they have not, right? And then she goes on to say, this is the burden of the success, right? So, they go back, right? And the person feels, eventually, you know, goes back because it feels pity, feels like it's an obligation to go back, right? And then how is the person met who goes back? There is indication of resistance, rejection, violence, even death, right? That the people in the cave are not going to embrace this person, right? So, that's also part of the equation of should I stay or should I go, right? That we sort of know being in our modern world that trying to change people's minds. When you are coming from an educated, and usually educated means you're a middle class type idea. So there's a class and sort of issue there along with the intellectual issue, right? Um, so once you become elevated to an educated sort of middle class intellectualism, right? And now you are going back and to try to show the light to people, of course you're going to be met with resistance and rejection, right? So we know that, right? So that's also part of the question: should I stay or should I go? And then when you look at the possible idea of violence and even losing your life, there you really get into the heart of it. And of course, Socrates lost his life; he was killed by the state. Jesus lost his life. A lot of revolutionaries, right, lose their life in the pursuit of passing on enlightenment.